Hello and welcome to From Heartache to Hope, the podcast where we bring light to the darkest moment and offer healing through the power of real stories. I'm your host, Amos Ejua. Today's story is raw, is real, and is personal. It's the story of Rachel, a woman who was born into chaos, raised through pain, and shaped by the deep wounds of the addiction that marked every chapter of her early life. But this isn't just a story about suffering, it's also a story of survival, of strength, and of speaking out so others may heal. Rachel's earliest memories weren't of fairy tales or bedtime hugs. They were of her mother, a cracked habit lighting up in front of her, eyes glazed over, fixated on her hand like it held the secrets of the universe. She remembers her mother crawling across the floor, lost in a world only she could see, chasing things that weren't there. Rachel was just a little girl. Imagine being 5 years old and having to watch your parents disappear, not physically, but emotionally, mentally, slipping into a drug-induced haze day after day. Eventually, her mother gave her up. Rachel was sent to live with her father, an alcoholic at that time. Now imagine this. You leave one parent lost in addiction, only to find yourself in the arms of another who is also fighting demons of his own. But Rachel's father made a choice, a courageous one. He looked at his children and chose sobriety. He got cleaned. It became the anchor that would help hold Rachel's world together. And for that, Rachel was so grateful forever. One day in the fourth grade, Rachel's father came to pick her up early from school. Something wasn't right, he told her. Your mother is in the hospital. She was found unconscious. She hit her head. She's been in coma for a week. Her mother has slept on the bathroom tiles her father always warned were dangerous, but could never afford to fix it. She had hit her head, and the trauma caused massive brain swelling. By the time the ambulance came, it was almost too late. She survived, but the mother who woke up was no longer the same. She had permanent brain damage, partial memory loss, and the dominion of a child. Imagine watching your parent, once independent, once feared, once broken, not dependent on others like a toddler. Rachel was still just a child herself, but her life had already taught her lessons most adults never have to learn. Just when Rachel thought the storm might settle, another one came. Her older brother, someone she loved deeply, was battling addiction too. He was using heroin. And when Rachel was just 19 years old, she got the news. He was gone. An overdose took him. Just like that, another piece of her shattered heart was ripped away. Most people cannot imagine the kind of Rachel's life she lived through. Her mother lost to crack, her father who had to fight his way to sobriety, her brother lost to heroin, a childhood stolen by pain and fear. But what makes Rachel's story powerful is not just what she survived, is that she chooses to speak up. She chooses to tell the truth. She chooses to share this, not for sympathy, but for someone like you. Maybe you are battling addiction. Maybe you love someone who is. Maybe you are a child in a home where everything feels unstable, unsafe, and uncertain. Rachel's message is clear. If you are sober today, even for one day, I'm proud of you. If you are trying, if you are fighting, If you are holding on, I see you. My brother didn't make it, but you can. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we can learn from this powerful, painful, and inspiring journey. Addiction affects generation. It's not just the user who suffers, it's their children, their partners, their parents. The trauma ripples outward. Children remember everything, the sights, the sounds, the fear. It stays with them. We must protect our children at all costs. Recovery is possible, even for the broken. Rachel's father was an alcoholic, but he got sober. It changed his family's future. Inaction has consequence. The bathroom ties wearing fists because of lack of funds. That small detail led to a battle for a lifetime. Grief doesn't end the story. Rachel lost her brother, but she did not lose her voice. She chose to rise and speak. There's power in sharing your pain. Rachel could have stayed silent, but by telling her story, she's giving others permission to heal. Every sober day is a victory. You don't need to be fully healed to be proud. Every step forward counts. If Rachel's story touched your heart today, please don't let it stop here. Our journey is featured in my book, From Heartache to Hope, an all-American fight against drug addiction, stories of struggle, resilience, and redemption. You can find this book on Amazon and on Audible. Drop a comment below if you are in recovery or if you know someone who is. Let's build a community of support, not shame. Follow me at Amos Ijua on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more stories like Rachel's, real story, brave stories that bring hope. And please share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Until next time, remember you are not alone, you are not forgotten, and your story is still being written. Thank you for listening. Until we meet again, stay blessed.